How's it going, guys? Let's take a look at your form. Now, this is not making fun of you. I'm not going to pick on anybody for any aspect of their form, unless I know you, in which case you're about to get roasted. Let's start out looking at Nellie. Whoa, Nellie. I don't even know. Anyway, Nellie, my dude T-Dog. Let's take a look at your form. Footwork looks all right. Footwork looks pretty good, but you could turn your front foot a little bit more away from the target. That's going to load your hips a little bit better and have a little bit more power coming into the brace. But overall, it looks pretty good. It's very clean footwork. The X-step foot isn't turning back too much. You could shrink your X-step some if you want to try and stay more balanced, but it's not throwing you off too bad right now. The reach back is really good. It's nice and straight back. You're not swinging it around or anything, and it's wide. It's away from your body. That's the part most people miss, is reaching away. So you've got that done, but from this point forward, it's kind of like it falls apart. You have all the setup correct, but then there's one piece that isn't clicking to really add some power. The one thing you need to work on is your arm. Right as you begin your pull, you see your right elbow here just drops. It sinks straight down, and that's causing the disc to flip up like that, and your hand's on the front and the disc comes out nose up, and it doesn't have nearly as much spin on it as it should. So the fix for this is to get your elbow up higher and keep your hand on the outside. You're not curling your wrist to get your hand on the outside, you're using your elbow to do that. The whole angle from reach back to pull to follow through, you're keeping your elbow in line with that too, and that's going to create a lot more power. All right, moving on to my dude throwing a West Side Warship. I think your name is Harry. So Harry, you're throwing on ice. He's throwing on snow. So I'm not too concerned with footwork. The X-step does look really tidy and balanced, but it's really, really hard to brace on snow, and it's really hard to throw confidently on snow. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I've played like 5 rounds my entire life on snow, and it sucks. I can't do it. Overall, Harry's timing is doing really well. His timing is good, but the issue is his reach back. He starts out with a nice and low reach back, but right as he starts to throw, you can see the reach back lift up, and that causes a little bit of an air bounce and a nose up. So keep your reach back lower, and again, keep your elbow in line with the shot. Also, he's not pulling the disc in all the way. The disc is away from his chest here. That little gap there means your body's not as compact as it could be. So if you pull the disc in tighter, just like a figure skater spins faster when they pull their arms in, you're gonna spin faster. So it's like shooting a slingshot but not pulling it back all the way, or shooting a bow but not pulling it back all the way. You're not pulling the disc all the way in so it can go all the way out. So if you pull it in all the way, you'll have a lot more power. You've got great work so far. Nice smooth throw, lots of control, no wobble on it. That's amazing. Just time to add some power, time to really get out there and crush him. All right, here's Jacob. Jacob sent me an Instagram video, which is really, really hard for me to work with. So in the future, please no Instagram videos, but I'll do what I can. If the video looks all grainy and crappy, it's Jacob's fault. Jacob has a fairly clean release with good angle integrity. The disc is on the same line the whole time. Reach back looks a little bit low, but maybe when you're throwing that drastic of a hyzer, he needs to reach back that low. Can't really critique that. It looks like he's trying to throw a spike hyzer, which is kind of the result, so that's fine. But the biggest issue is footwork. His plant foot is way over here to the right. And I can understand this misconception, because lots of pros will say, when you're throwing a hyzer, you want to end up over here on the right side of the T-pad. They're not talking about running up normal and then planting your plant foot over there. They're talking about starting at the back left side of the T-pad and planting normal, bracing like you always have to, but just finishing at the right side of the T-pad, because that's the direction you're throwing. So the first half of your run-up is lined up to the left side of this pole way over here, but the last step of your run-up is aimed at the right side of the pole. So if you're actually throwing this shot, you've got to start towards the back left side of the T-pad so you can still brace normally, but you're just finishing at that corner. All right, last here is Billy. Big shout out to Billy. I stayed with Billy when I went to Lindsay Park, Piney Woods Open in Tyler, Texas. It was really cool to meet Billy and hang out with him the entire time I was there. So thanks, Billy. For those of you who don't know Billy, he's about 6 foot a billion. So he's super tall. He has lots of long arms and he throws it really, really hard because he has so much leverage. I said lots of arms. It sounds like he's an octopus. He's not. He's just long arms. But let's take a look here. First thing I notice is the X step looks really clean. He's staying balanced, he's got his weight over his toes, and he's staying lined up at the target. He's not turning back. His brace foot here, he's opening up a little bit at the end. You see his foot isn't planting turned away from the target, which is not perfect. He could add some power if he loaded his hips properly, but that's fine. It looks okay. It's not holding him back as too much. The biggest issue he has is his reach back. He's reaching back early. His reach back starts out in a good spot, but because it's so early, it's starting to swing across and it ends up behind his shoulders. From there, when he's throwing, the disc stays behind his shoulders and he's not really bending his elbow at all. He's not pulling the disc in. So if he can delay his reach back some, still reach back to the same spot, just delay it some so it stays nice and wide and doesn't leak across his body, it'll come much tighter into his chest so he can bend that elbow and use those long arms to really power the disc. He's got good compression though. His left arm is very tight to his left side, which is good. It's easy to let that arm swing out. He's got it pulled in tight, so he's rotating quickly. He's just not taking advantage of it by pulling the disc in. All right, real quick update on the hat. I still don't like it. I still don't know how to wear it, but I'm rocking it for a little bit, see if it grows on me. I think it looks like a monster eating my head. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to do these videos every week. I don't know if I'll have time because it is a lot of work. Always remember, slow is smooth and smooth is far, and thanks for watching.